Man delivering Taylor Swift deposition papers for Justin Baldoni lawsuit arrested at Travis Kelce's home. As someone who's been subpoenaed, this is not how it works. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and I am not buying this story, man. It's starting to get a lot of traction all over as this man allegedly tried to serve Taylor Swift at Travis Kelce's home at 2 a.m, hopping a fence. What was the end game here? I'm going to depose you, Taylor. Knock, knock. Oh, good morning. Yes, hi. Could you sign this, please, before I'm on my way? The story makes no sense. So I want to go to the source. This is coming in from Star. That's what every other outlet is reporting on. And they are reporting. Okay, here we go. Process server attempting to serve Taylor Swift's deposition papers on behalf of Justin was arrested for criminal trespassing at Travis Kelce's home. Star can exclusively reveal. Justin Lee Fisher, a former cop turned private eye, was caught at Kelce's Leawood, Kansas gated property on September 15th, just 2 days after a federal judge overseeing the defamation and sexual harassment claims between Baldoni and Blake denied a request to depose Swift. Now that's false. He did not deny a request. He said it couldn't be extended till October. So that's what's odd about this is now they're trying to paint it like it was denied, but it wasn't. It was very clear that he will not get an extension until the October 2025 that Taylor was requesting. That doesn't mean she's not still going to have to be deposed, for the record. Still, it's weird they took so long, but I digress. That's not accurate. He was not denied a request. According to a Leawood Police Department police report, Fisher was caught at Kelce's home about 2 a.m. And the reporting person was identified as the head of executive protection for a Nashville-based security firm. The details of the incident were suspiciously missing from the one-page document stating in bold letters, this information is restricted as to use and dissemination. What? Huh? However, an additional court document obtained exclusively by Star confirms Fisher had been charged with jumping the fence into a private residence in a private neighborhood. I'll be happy to talk to you about it when it is resolved, Fisher told Star via text message when asked about the incident. I wasn't hurt or anything besides being arrested for doing my job and possibly losing my private eye license. Authorities are refusing to disclose criminal investigation records pertaining to the case, including 911 audio tapes and body cam footage, citing that this is not in the public interest. Fisher declined to comment further. He is due back in municipal court October 15th. Fisher worked as a cop for the Fort Scott, Kansas Police Department in 2013-2021 before becoming a part-time law enforcement officer in 2023 when his license was revoked for 5 years following a domestic incident with his wife, according to the Kansas City Commission's office. A consent decree detailing the sanction. Fisher is listed as a licensed gumshoe. Makes me think of where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Okay, gumshoes. He doesn't have a public website or business name but by the Kansas State Attorney General's office, and it's unclear how he was recruited into the high-profile legal scrum between Hollywood superstars. As Star readers know, the war, blah, 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 blah. Jane the Virgin countersued, Yes. I just got to go through a couple of these key parts because this is bad press for Justin if true, okay? If Justin and Wayfarer were responsible for this dude, it's not a good look. However, who on her right mind would jump a fence at 2 a.m. at Travis Kelce's house trying to get these papers served to Taylor Swift? As someone who's been served, the guy had to come and see me directly, or my wife. It can be your partner. They can serve, I learned, to your significant, married partner. But they have to see you, hand it to you, and that's how it has to happen, right? But they also have to follow the rules and they have to follow the law. I actually called my lawyer as it was going just to understand what my rights were. And I could deny service. I didn't have to open up the door to give it to them. I could have, you can do those things if you so choose. You do not have to make it easy on them is what I learned. I didn't want to do any of that because I had nothing to hide. But my point is they have to follow the law. Even as the guy who came to my house knocked on the door, which you can see in our trailer, by the way. I'll put a link at the end to remind you to check out a trailer for our doc. The new trailer has the moment at the very end of the trailer of me being served. They have to follow the law. And I did talk to the guy and got a little bit more information on and off the record. And yeah, they have to do it by the book. You can't jump fences. You can't break into homes. You can't do it at weird after hours and knock. Like, it has to be done. You know, you could sit outside and wait for them to leave the house. And then once they leave the house, boom, you've been served. But you can't break rules and laws. You can't. So this doesn't make any sense to me. This makes no sense to me why a legit person that Wayfair would have hired would do this. Now, perhaps they didn't hire this guy and this guy went above and beyond in his own way, which is, again, he should be arrested for it. And then that's on him, because that's not how you serve people. Now, granted, I want to see more details from this guy. Who actually hired him? That's the big question I have, because a lot of reports are out there implying and suggesting that perhaps it was Blake or even Taylor Swift that could have hired them to try to make Justin look bad. It's a theory. I can't completely shrug it away. I need proof of it either way. But all of this is just really weird, man. It's weird. This is the house, okay? You can sort of see it seams some of the fence, I'm assuming, around the bend. But this is like clearly a gate is here. You can just tell this is not a house you want to just jump over and show up on unannounced. Like, no, that's not how this works. I don't get it. So he thought he was going to like just come in unannounced. And it also makes no sense because Justin's team has Taylor Swift's attorney's information. And I can't imagine he would have waived service for this one specifically to avoid, a process server having to harass or go after Taylor Swift. It just makes no sense that this would have been the process that they did. So I can't, beautiful home, by the way. But it's too many red flags. A million red flags are going off. And also this guy clearly has some sort of weird history. Not a good look. Now, maybe the agency that they hired this guy, and again, not the best hire. But again, is that Justin's responsibility? No, but of course they're using it. And as is also at the same time that Taylor Swift, as we reported yesterday, is literally being threatened by these stalkers on the loose, and just did get a new restraining order against the man who routinely shows up to her home, claiming that she had his baby. So look, the reality check is like she clearly has people coming after her. These ex-convict stalkers are out on the loose. Not a good time to go out there and hop her fence and serve her. It just looks incredibly odd, all of it. But the press is just running with it. And all these stories have sort of this all using star, but all trying to seemingly paint this in Blake Lively's favor, which is what makes me suspect and think that this is something to help. And shout out to Ken's and her bedazzled spatula for pointing out the fact that, this is it was Kansas, I think. Sorry. No media there picked this up. Only Star in New York, near where Van Zam is located. She go watch Ken's video, Red Flags Everywhere. Shout out to her. She used to have 1 subscriber. Now, because of Blake, she has almost 5,000. Let's give her even more. But this connection makes no sense. There's a lot of theories coming through that it was Kansas. Yeah. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. But of course, the headlines out there are making Justin seem like a psycho, hiring someone to jump the fence and go stalk Taylor Swift, which is not the case. Now, who's behind it? I don't know. Now, if Wayfair was behind it and there's proof that they're like, yeah, jump the fence, we need her, we're out of time, then shame on them. Shame on them. But I just, who in their right mind would have done this? This guy doesn't seem like he was in his right mind. You don't, for a client especially, get caught and get arrested hopping fences at 2 a.m, especially when it's a big celebrity who is literally being stalked constantly by ex-cons, etc. With all the eyes on it. This makes no sense. What do you think? Are you surprised to hear this news? Do you think this could be someone on Team Blake or Team Taylor trying to make Justin look bad? I want to hear your theories. Before you go there, hit the subscribe and the bell. Make sure you hit all. Smash the like button as you're on the way to the comments, and leave your comments down below for engagement. We will be live later today, so I hope to see you guys there. During our live, we'll talk about this and some other breaking news. So see you then around 4 p.m. Eastern here on Popcorn Planet. And check out these videos as well.